This is a blood altar. This is level 1. What we need is level 4. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 9 to the Skies. And yes, it has been a while, but we're going to fix that today. I'm going to get some cool stuff done. So what we're going to try and get into today is a bit of blood magic, and it is a huge mod to get through, especially for how far we need to get. So if we just have a quick look at the quest, remind ourselves how far we've got, and what we're working on now is the All the Mods start. And as you can see, I do have a few things ticked off, so we've got 4 of the main craft ingredients for the All the Mods start all done. So the one that we're working towards now is the Wither's Compass, and we are not far off really. So if we have a look at trying to craft the recipe, we have everything already done apart from the acceleration runes that we need for blood magic. So to get these, it's a little bit of a process, and it is just a crafting recipe, but we need to do a couple of other things. So the main difficulty is this thing here, the imbued slate, and what we need for that is a tier 4 blood altar, which is a bit of a process on its own. So that is what we're going to be working towards right now. So firstly, all we've done in blood magic so far is craft the blood altar and craft ourselves a sacrificial knife, and this is just glass, gold and iron. And what this does is basically you sacrifice your own health, life points, whatever they're called, and it'll put blood into the blood altar. So that is full now, so I can't do any more, but that is it. I can't remember why I did that. It must have been for another quest, but that is all we've done in blood magic. So to get into the next things, what we're going to need to do is do each tier one at a time. So we'll need to do the tier 2, tier 3 and then tier 4. So let's have a look at the quest and see what we need to do. So right down at the bottom under magic, we've got blood magic. So firstly, we should probably craft the book, shouldn't we? So just tick that. Actually, we just get the book free, so that'll do for me. And then we've already done the blood altar, so we can do that. Just collect these, and we got cooked chicken. Nice. Okay, so next thing, 2 routes we can go here. Possible blood storage, and that holds a maximum of 5,000 life points. So it might actually be worth doing this, so I don't waste the blood I've already got in there. And then we can go down the slate route. So this stuff is kind of optional. Not really. When we get into the tier 4 stuff, we are going to need to do this. But for the first few bits, we can get quite far. But I think I'm going to do this first. So, weak blood orb. To do this, we need to put a diamond in a tier 1 blood altar with 2,000 life points. So, we can do that, can't we? That should hold everything that's in there, even though it's going to use up a bit of it. So, let's grab some diamonds, like that. And you do have to do these one at a time. So, when we automate this, it's going to be a little bit tricky, but it should be alright. Yeah, as you can see, that is draining out of there. And I think it was 2,000, wasn't it? So we'll just wait for this, actually, while we're up here. What you got? Anything good? No. Go away. Right, now this is nearly there. So there we go. We have our blood orb. And I just wondered if that'd start taking out straight away, but it's not. So let's do that. And we'll put that in there. Now, I don't even know how these work. Right, so if I put that in there, yeah. So that should start filling up and taking the life essence out of there. But I can also, if I just right click on this, it'll sacrifice a heart of health and it'll start filling this up as well. So I don't know, I don't think we can tell how much is in it though. That's maybe something to do later on. So if we go back to the quest, what we need to do is start making these slates, and these are nice and simple. All we need to do is put any of these types of stone into a blood altar, and it'll take 1,000 life points and turn it into a blank slate. And then with these, we can upgrade the altar to the tier 2. So let's just stick a load of stone in there. I'm going to grab this off here. Just grab a stack of that. And we can only put one in at a time. And we are going to automate this once we get the setup done properly. But I think I'm going to do it up here because there's a little bit of space. And the tier 4 altar is quite a big structure. So it is going to need a bit of space. So that is taking that out of there. And we have our first slate now. So we'll put that down there and just keep getting a few of these. So the thing we're going for with this is the blank rune, and we're going to use these to eventually craft the speed runes, but this is basically part of the multi-block structure that goes around the blood altar to turn it into the higher tier. So I'll just keep doing this for a little bit until I've got enough to craft the runes that I need. Okay, so as the sun rises, I have finally got enough of these blank slates to craft what I need. I actually only needed 8, miscounted, never mind. And I think I've misunderstood the way these blood orbs work as well. I don't think I can use it to transfer these into another altar. These transfer them into my network, so these can be used in like rituals, which we'll probably get to later on. But for now, we're just going to need to waste this a little bit. Did I get that? Yes. Okay, so what I need to craft now, if we look at the quest again, let's keep following this. To upgrade the blood altar, we need 8 of these blank runes, and these are with any of the orbs, 1 blank slate, and then just any of the stone. So let's see if we can craft these. So this is what we need, the blank rune. So let's do that. Now, I don't know if these get consumed. If they do, I just need to do a few more on those, but that's alright. So I'll stick those in there. And, oh yeah, those as well. So I don't know if that gets consumed. No, so those don't get consumed, which is good. And that is enough to do the tier 2. But what we can do with the book is also visualize it. Just like what we did with the stuff in Britannia, we can visualize this, anchor that in the world somewhere, and then we can just come along and place the blocks later on. So what I'm going to do is the tier 4 one. So we can just build it up as we go, because each one is just built on the previous one. So this is a tier 2, nice and simple. Tier 3 gets a little bit more complicated. And then tier 4, way more complicated. And then if we look at tier 5, that's a bit mad as well. But we're not going to do tier 5 because all we need to get through the quest that we need to do is tier 4. So this is what we're going to use. So if we click visualize on that, we want to do this high enough up so none of these things are underground. So if we go, I think that's alright, isn't it? Oh, I need to right click a block, so I need to build something off the ground. And if I do, oh no, that's done it down there. Right, let's try that again. So if we do that up there, is that alright? Okay, so the last ones are in the ground, but I'm okay with that. All we need to do is do these ones up here. So if we grab some stone bricks, because that's what I want to build most of this out of, and we can leave that one in the middle, that's alright, and just put these blocks down here, and we might as well go all the way around as well, just like that. And then we just need to put our blank runes around the edge, like that. And if we get rid of that block in the middle and put the blood altar down, we now have, that should be a level 2 blood altar. So we can start filling this back up again and get on with crafting some of the other things. Or maybe we should automate it now. Maybe we should get the stone passed into there and converted into the slates automatically. So yeah, let's do that. And of course to do that, we're going to use modular routers. So let's see if we've got any of these crafted up. No, but we can get another one. Right, so we're only going to use 2 of these. So if we put one there and one there, we need it to pass things one at a time and then take them out when they're finished. So we're going to need a filter to take them out, and there is a way of limiting it to only one. So let's just grab that stuff. But while we're here, let's just stick some stone in there. You'll get on doing your thing. Right, and you know, while we're doing this, I'm going to turn this off as well. Right, so I've got the modules here that I need, I think, to do this. So I've got the puller module, the sender module, and the thing that's going to restrict this to one is called the regulator augment. So I've just set up the sender module. So all I've done here is set it to a whitelist to be able to pull out the blank slate. So if we put that in there, that is going to be able to pull out the blank slate once that's done. So let's just do a test one, make sure that works. So put the stone in there manually, and I've already put the stone into here. I can put a chest on here as well, so it can pull stuff into there. But then if I've done that the wrong way around, haven't I? That's a puller module. Right, let's take that out of there. I need that in here, set to whitelist, and if we right click on that and put that in there, there we go. So that's pulling the blank slate out of there. We also need to send this to there, but we need to make sure that that's got the regulator augment in it and set that to 1. So if I put that into there, that should send 1 stone. Anyway, what's going on? Right, so I need to set that to blacklist because it won't work. So let's do that. There we go. So let's put 1 in there. But there's no blood in it there, so I just need to put a bit more in there. The next thing I'm going to work on is a better way of getting the life essence into here, because I don't want to be stood here like this all the time using my own life essence. So let's, is that working? Yeah, we've got 3 in there. So that is fully automated now. We just need to make sure this has a supply of stone and this has somewhere to send it, and we're good. So the thing we're going to do to get this automated with blood is we're going to have a spawner on top of here and villagers dropping down into this so we can hack away at them. But before we do that, we also need to craft another weapon. So let's just grab a iron sword. I don't know if I've got any. Oh, these are all apotheosis ones, are they? So let's just get a new one. And what we can do with this, if we throw this into the blood altar, we'll get ourselves a dagger of sacrifice. And this is what we need to get life essence from any mobs that we kill around the altar. So yeah, I should probably take these out of here because this is just going to be annoying. Right, so let's put that in there. And after a short amount of time, that should turn into a dagger of sacrifice. There we go. Right, that took a little bit. But we've got the thing we need now to kill any mobs that we put on top of here. What we need to do is get a spawner. Now, hopefully I've got some left. I haven't. That's not good, is it? Right, I may need to go steal a spawner from somewhere. But I also need to get a villager spawn egg as well. So where we're going to do that is with a mob swab. So this is nice and simple. It's just wool and a stick, and we just need to right click this on any mob, and we can basically just use that to turn the spawner into a different type. So I do have some villagers because we've got easy villagers in this pack as well. So if we just grab one of these, put you down there, and I'll need to shift right click for that. So now that is villager DNA. So now I can just put you away, and then I need to go get spawner die. Right. Let's go to the nether and get spawner. I can't believe I haven't got any left. Actually, I think I'm being silly. They're all in cardboard boxes, aren't they? So let's grab one of these. And I think these are all going to be blaze spawners. I just put this down here. Right, so the way the mob swabs work are a little bit strange. But what you need to do is craft these into chicken feed. And then if you give this to a chicken, it'll explode. And it'll give you a spawn egg of whatever you've got on here. So in our case, it'll be a villager. So I just need to get some seeds and a fluid XP bucket. I should have all that, so let's see if we can do this. This one here. So I've not got any essence. Oh, well, that's annoying. Right, let's get a bucket. Oh, that does work. I wasn't sure if that'd work. Right, so let's do that again. So do that, and we now have the GM chicken feed. Now the question is, do we have any chickens anywhere? We do not. That's annoying. I think it's it. Oh no, we do have a chicken there. Excellent. Right, let's grab that. Right, so put you there. Feed you that. That exploded. And then I get it. Yes, we now have a villager spawn egg. So let's go back up here. And now we've got everything we need to get this set up. So I'm going to put this spawner in place and then turn it into a villager one just so we don't lose it. Oh, I suppose I could, couldn't I? Let's just do it. Let's grab that. And we'll move that from there. Click it with that. So that is now a villager spawner. So we'll put that on there and I can break that. So I'm just going to build a bit of an infrastructure around this. Probably just a glass tube and then a little bit of a platform above. We'll get the spawner in and get those dropping down here. Kill them with this and we'll have an infinite supply of life essence. Right, so a short time later and I've got a big ugly box now hovering over my blood altar. So if we just have a look up here, I've set up a tiny little killing area. It's just a 5x5 and then we have the spawner in the middle there. And then if we just take this cardboard box off, we'll have the spawner all ready to go. But I've also grabbed a few other things that we're going to need to upgrade this spawner with the apotheosis spawner upgrades. The thing is though, I've just been looking at the quests and I haven't got this yet. And I think the reason for that is because I've moved the spawners with cardboard boxes and not used Silk Touch. So what I've done, I've just crafted up a diamond pickaxe and added a Silk Touch book to that. So I'm going to try just moving this now. Now hopefully this will work and I won't have to do that villager thing again. If we just take this off, I'm not even sure I can put these on. So if I just do this, I don't know if this works. Oh, it did work anyway, but I don't know if it will work in here. Yeah, so that hasn't worked in there yet. So if I now break this with Silk Touch, I think it should work. Right, I got it. Yep, so all those quests are kicking in now. So if I put that up there, that has redstone control in it now, so it won't activate until I give it a redstone signal. So I can get on with applying all of these things. If we just look at the stats of this, what we want to do is to bring down the minimum and max spawn delay, and that'll make the villagers spawn much faster. The spawn count, we want to get that higher. Max entities, definitely higher. The activation range is how far away I can stand, so I'll probably want to get that higher, but maybe not. The spawn range, we might need to reduce that, because this is a smaller area than the spawner can normally spawn in, so I think if I reduce that to 2, that will work. So let's just go through all these. So if we just right click this with the Obsidian, it'll bring the max spawn delay down. So we're just going to keep that going. I think it goes right down to 100. And we'll do the same with the minimum spawn delay as well. And then that'll make this spawn a lot faster. Right, so that's gone through a whole stack of Obsidian. So I'll just leave that as it is for now. And then we'll just do the minimum spawn delay down to 100. So that's that sorted. And then the piglet charts, I can't remember what, this is the spawn count I think. Yeah, so I'll take that, might as well take that up to the highest of 8. Max entities, we can probably just leave that as it is. Activation range, that is the prismarine crystals, so I might as well do that. Why not? I think it goes with right, 48, so I can stand anywhere and the villagers will keep dropping into there. And then the other thing I want to do, if you want to reduce any of these, you use the same thing, but you put quartz in your offhand. So what I want to do is the spawn range. So if we do that and take it down to 2, that should mean they'll only spawn in here. Right, so I think that's good now. So to get these killed, I'm just going to have them drop down here. And to push them in there, we're going to use vector plates. So we just need them going in like this. Now, it might get a little bit crammed if we have too many of them in here. So I may need to adjust what I've just done. But if we just have this going, I may need to fly for this. I'm going to get pushed around. That'll work, do something like that. And then, yeah, just if we just move them around in a circle a little bit, that'll help with them getting stuck, I think. So if we stand anywhere, let's get pushed like that. Yeah, that's good. And now I just need to give this a redstone single. So I could do this a fancy modded way, but I think I'm just going to put a lever on top of there, and that should do it. So let's see if we can get this going. Now, do I have a lever? Of course I don't. So let's grab one of those, nice and high tech. And if we put that on there, turn that on. That's not working. Now, is this going to be affected by the light? It might be, because I've put these sea lanterns up here as well. So let's get a soul lantern. And then this will ignore light. Oh no, they are spawning. That was really slow though, wasn't it? So let's just try this. So put that on there like that. Now it doesn't need to be dark. Right, there we go. So that seems to be spawning a little bit better. Right, you're not moving now. Get in there. Right, so it's just coming down here. We'll always have villagers stood on top of here now. So if we just take our new dagger of sacrifice and kill these things like this, that blood altar will start filling up, which is absolutely brilliant. That's exactly what I want. So the stone is still getting put onto there, and the blank slates are taken out into here. So we can use these to craft up some more of the blank runes and put these around the edge so we can start building the tier 3 blood altar. Right, so I had this visualized again, and I've just been around and placed all of the blocks that aren't the runes. So we've got the pillars of the stone bricks, and then I put sea lanterns on top, and I've also got these pillars on the outside, but we just need the blood bricks at the top of there, which we don't have yet, because we need the tier 3 blood altar to get those done. But everything else is there now, and I've left this running a little bit, and all of the stone are processed, and I have 60 blanks later now, so that should be enough to get everything done that I need to do around here. Now, one thing I did notice is while this was running, it was really difficult to keep this full. So I may need to change some of these runes into sacrifice runes, and that means that you get more for each kill. Because I think I get 200 millibuckets at the minute, and it wasn't really enough. I even just stood here constantly killing them. Just processing the first tier of these slates, it was too slow. So we'll upgrade this to a T3 and then see if we can do something about that. So I need to firstly craft these, don't I? Get some blank runes, and we might as well just craft all of, actually no, I don't want to do all of them, do I? Let's just get how many I need for this. I need 20 for the next layer, and I've already done one of them. I've already got that place, so let's just get 19 of those. And yeah, I've already got one there, so let's put these down. Not you. And then 5 on this side, 5 there, and I've already dug out the hole for the next layer as well. But we need to do, as I said, the blood brick at the top to turn it into a tier 4. So even though we can afford the runes at the minute, there's no point doing it because we can't turn it into a tier 4. So that now should be a tier 3, but we have no way of knowing what that is. So rather than carry on with this, we should probably do a few of the quality of life things from Blood Magic. Just basically give us a little bit of information and also some of the other things that we need to do. So having a look at the quests, I have a few to claim, die. So let's just grab these. What do I get there? Quartz, wow. Grab that, and a soul snare. That's pretty good because I was actually going to craft one of these. And then have there anything else on there? No. Right, so yeah, this was the next thing to do. Soul snare, which I've just got, and the demon will. So I need to do this as well. But I also want to get the Hellfire Forge and the alchemy table done, but I need to do the will first. So we can do the alchemy table because I want to get some arcane ashes so we can get the divination sigil. And this is a really powerful thing. This is something that basically tells you what's in your soul network, but also it can show you what level your blood altar is, just to make sure that you've done it right. We should probably craft up the alchemy table, because this is pretty simple. We've already got the blank slates, and that's the only thing that's even slightly difficult, so might as well do that. So I'll grab this. Oh, where is it? Let's get the right one. Alchemy table from Blood Magic. Let's have that. And then where should we put this? We should tend to stand over here, right? So let's put this down here. Right, so that should have been a quest. So do we get anything good from that? Steady bee cage. No. To do the arcane ashes, we just need to put these things into an alchemy table with one of the blood orbs, and we can just use the red one, so that's nice and easy. And it's just gunpowder, white dye, redstone dust, and N-type coal. So we should more than easily be able to do that. So let's get one of these orbs. Redstone, gunpowder, coal. Right, so in here, we'll put that in there. Those, and one of those. And then for the next thing, we need some more redstone as well. So let's grab that. And I think I need a slate as well. So let's grab that as well. So that's done that. We now have the arcane ashes. So if we just come over here and put this on the ground, we'll get this cool little thing on the floor. And the thing we're going for is this, the divination sigil. So we just need to put redstone down and then the blank slate on it, and it should do its thing. So let's put the redstone on there. We'll get the little eye in the middle of it, and then the blank slate on top, and we get a little bit of an animation. And then once that's finished, we'll end up with the divination sigil. Just like that. Right, so now if we look at our blood altar, you can see there is a level 3. So we've got that done right. And if we just right click on this in the air, we have 4,500 life points in our network. So what I can do with one of those orbs that we've got in here, let's just grab that. We can put that into here and it should start draining it and sending it into our soul network. So if we just click on that, just keep clicking it, you can see that that is going up, which is absolutely great. So we'll let that run for a bit because we do need to have about 80,000 in here to do one of the rituals that we're going to need to do fairly soon. Oh yeah, that's just the red one, isn't it? So we can't do any more than that. Right, yeah. So I'm going to need to get some of the higher tier ones as well. So I'm going to need to do some of these because this can hold a larger amount. So the max we can have at the minute is 5,000 and we're there. So let's just have a look at the quests again. So we've got the arcane ash done. And lapis. These quest rewards are great, are they? And we're going to go for this one. Iron key, that is perfect because that is one of the things we're going to need, and they are a bit of a pain to craft, I believe. Actually, no, we just do this in the Hellfire Forge. So yeah, we just need to get the 3rd level of the slate though. So getting them for free, definitely a good thing. Right, so now we're at this stage. I think the next thing we need to do is get on with collecting will with the soul snares, isn't it? So if we just come up here and turn this back on, we're just going to use this on the villagers. So if we just grab this, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to use this sword or my main sword, so let's just... Right, so that hit him, so it should get that. And there we go. So we've got our first little bit of demon will. So, oh no, I'll put that in there. Right, so our first 2 demon will there. And might as well do the last one as well. Okay, so we have 3 demon will now. So if we look in our quest, that is that one done. And we have another soul snare. And then we need to get ourselves a Hellfire Forge. So this, again, very simple craft, just with the blank slates. Grab one of those, and those are making such a racket. Where should we put this? Let's just put it over here with this one. I'm just going to follow the quest. Might as well. Makes it nice and simple. And what we've got there? Speed rune. That is actually very good. So I was going to craft some of these, but I might as well put that on there. And all this does is makes the processes that this does go faster. So when I put the stone into here to convert into the slates, that'll go a little bit faster. And the more I have of these, the faster it'll go. So I'm not going to put loads in because, as I said, it was hard to keep up. Like, you lot are making such a racket. Oh, we're on 10,000. So you know what? I'm going to turn this off again for the minute because they're really noisy. Right. So the next thing we need to do is get a tartaric gem, and we do this nice and simple, vanilla stuff: glass, lapis, redstone, and gold, and that'll give us the tartaric gem. And this is a way of storing up the demon will. Rather than having these unstackable things in your inventory, you can just put it into a gem and it can store higher amounts. So in here, if we just put glass, gold, red, lapis, and redstone, and then if we just put a demon will in there, we should get a tartaric gem from this. There we go. And I do believe we need to do 2 of these, but what we can do for now, let's just put that there, and then if we throw these on the ground, as I pick them up, I've gone into there. So we now have a will quality of 4.8 in there, which is just a total of what I threw down. So what we can do, actually I can put that on the floor as well, and that's gone to 7.14. Nice. So now I can use this to craft another one. So if we just get that, and I'll just get the other things, that'll craft us another one. There we go, just like that. So the next thing we want to do is get the sword, and this makes collecting stuff a lot easier. So we can just kill any hostile mob with a sword and it'll drop demon will. So this is where it's a disadvantage of using villagers here, so I'll need to go kill some actual mobs with this. But first, let's get it crafted. So again in the Hellfire Forge, we just need an iron sword and a petty tartaric gem. So let's grab an iron sword, craft a fresh one, and if we just put that in there, and there we go, we now have the sentient sword. So I don't think this works on villagers, but let's just try it anyway. So let's just put our gem down here, and it should collect into there if I kill anything. Right. So yeah, didn't get anything there. Right, so I need to kill some actual mobs die. So where am I going to go do that? Right, so what? Let's go to the nether. Okay, so with the skeletons... Help me out, can't you? Right, so I've got will quality 2 there. So that's going up by... Is it 2 or 0.2? Nice. Right, so I get 1 will every time I kill something with this, so that's pretty good. Right, so I was going to spend a little bit of time doing this, charging this one up, and I can go craft up the next tier of it. Right, so I've got my Tartaric gem maxed out now, and what I want to do is turn it into the next level. So that is the lesser Tartaric gem, and that's just diamond, block of lapis, block of redstone, and the gem. Right, so if I put these in here with that, we should then get the lesser Tartaric. So we can again fill this one up. That is going to hold a lot more, which is great. But I can upgrade this again. But before we can do that, to get the common one, I need to do the imbued slate, which is the 3rd level of the slate. So we need to do the reinforced slate first, which comes from the blank slate. But now we're at the tier 3 blood altar, we can do imbued slate. So we need to get this going. So what we can do is change this out a little bit. So I need to do a couple of them manually. But what I'm going to do is take this puller module out of here. And then what I can do then is put a blank slate into the blood altar, and that'll start turning that into the 2nd tier. So while we're here, I'm going to need to keep this filled up so I can kill a few of these villagers. Right, so that is done now. So if we take that out of there, we now have the reinforced slate. And then what we do with this, again, we can put this into here. Because it's tier 3, it'll go up to the 3rd tier of the imbued slate. So you can see this is going down really fast now. So I need to make sure that we have loads in here. But actually, that's already done. So we have the imbued slate there. So we can now use this to go up to the next level of the Tartaric gem. While we've got this, I can get rid of these guys. So let's throw them on the ground. And they should go up. Yeah, there we go. Got a little bit more in there. But anyway, what I was saying was, I think how it works is, if I just put one of these in here, it'll turn into the next level. But if I leave it there, I think it'll go into the level above that as well, if it has enough life essence in there. So let's just see if that works. So that's gone to the next level. Now, this is still going down, so yeah, I think I'm right on that. It is going into the 3rd level. So what we can do is change this, where is it? This puller module. Change the filter on this to not use the blank slate, but use the imbued slate instead. So if we pull that in there, it's going to wait until it gets to this stage before it pulls it out. So let's put that back in there. But obviously we're going to use a lot more life essence doing this, so I need to make sure I keep doing these things and keep this topped up. Right, so we've already got one in there, which is great. And I should probably also change this. Actually, no, I can just... This will just send anything that's in here where, so I can just put those into there. And I'll pull that into there. Great. Right, so shall we upgrade this into the next level? So to get the common Tartaric gem, I need diamond, gold block, imbued slate, and the gem. So that's nice and easy, isn't it? So let's put that, that, and that in there, and that as well. Right, I might not have enough to do that. Right, so I need a minimum of 240 will in there, and I've only got 58. So another trip back to the nether, fill that back up again, and then we can do this one. Right, so after a fairly long time in the nether, I'm nearly there now. So I think after these couple of mobs here, we should be done. So let's just check that. We now have 256, which I think is maxed out. So if we get back, we should be able to go up to the next level. Right, so everything's still in there. If we just put that in there now, we should go to the next one, which is absolutely brilliant. So there we go. Common Tartaric gem. So looking at that, we can definitely charge it up to a lot more. So let's just have a look at how we're doing on the quest. So we've got through 2 of these, and the reinforced slate, I'll take that. And for the common one, a bit more demon will. So we've done these. Now I think we should probably do the next tier of the blood orb now, shouldn't we? So this, nice and easy, we just put redstone into the blood altar rather than the stuff that's going in at the minute. So if we just take these out of here, now this is going to be empty now, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. Definitely need to get this upgraded with some runes. If we just get a block of redstone, put that on there, and kill a few more of these things. Right, there we go. That was hard work, but at least we've got the next level of the blood orb. So I've got the apprentice blood orb now, and that is going to be very useful for crafting a couple of other things. So let's grab that, and a rune of self-sacrifice, which is another quest on here, so I'll take that. So if I put this one down and I start using the dagger, that will give me a little bit more, so I might actually be worth it to dagger back out, because I've stopped using this in a minute. Oh, the knife, sorry. So I'll tell you what, let's put one of these down here, and then if I just keep doing this, is that going up? It's going up quite a lot. So I might have to use a combination of killing these and having myself at the minute until I get these next runes in. So back to question, right, so I've got that done. Magmator, alright, that's old news. Right, and the rune of sacrifice, this is the one that I really want. So this should be fairly simple to do, because I've got the reinforced slate, I've got the next level of blood orb now, so I should be able to do this. So let's see if I can. Right, so rune of sacrifice. I'm just going to stick these in here. Blank rune. Right, so I'm going to get a few more blank runes because that'll do the quest, won't it? And I still need them for the next level anyway. So, right, so that should do that quest, I think. Yeah, there we go. So I can take that one. And a ritual stone. Yes, that was going to come in handy. Claim that one. We're flying through a blood magic now. And another rune of sacrifice, that's great, because that's what I wanted. And I also want to do a rune of capacity as well, so this will hold more in the blood altar. How many runes of sacrifice have we got? So 3 for now, which is not amazing, but we'll just put these down here. So let's see how much of a difference this makes. Right, so that's gone up. Right, so we need to start using this again, don't we? Right, so let's get the slates out. Oh, that's still gone. So let's get these back. Stick those in there, and then these can start processing again. Right, so I should be able to keep this up a little bit easier now. Yeah, so this, it's still going down as fast. Will you go away? So it's still going down as fast, but when the villagers come down, I can definitely keep it much higher, because I'm getting way more than I was before. Right, you can go. You should help. Right, so a couple more imbued slates there. So I think I'm going to do a couple more upgrades, try and get a few more of these runes of sacrifice in, and maybe some of the speed runes in as well, and then we'll see how much of a difference that makes. Right, so I've spent a bit of time here, and I've got all of these runes upgraded now, so we don't have any blank runes anymore, and most of them are now runes of sacrifice, so that means we'll get a lot more life points from each of these villages that we kill. And I've also added in, I've got 2 of the runes of self-sacrifice, one of them's speed, and the rest of them are runes of capacity. So that means that the blood altar now goes up to 20,000 millibuckets rather than 10,000 like it did before. So I did that because after I'd put in all of these runes of sacrifice, I was easily maxing out the 10,000. So I put that in, and I'm still more than okay with doing that. So I've changed this now so it does the reinforced slates. I'm just trying to stock up on each of them, and we are going to need a lot of these to craft the ritual stone, and I think we need about 30 of these to do the ritual that we need to do. But I think this is going to be a good place to stop, because we've got all of the basics done here. We're up to the tier 3 altar, we've got most of the stuff in for the tier 4, but the tier 4 is a bit more of a process. Now this itself was a bit of a process. I had to get all this set up and go kill a few mobs to charge up my Tartaric gem, and we've got a couple of new blocks here, so definitely been through a lot, and it is a lot to take in if you've never done blood magic before. Like, I'm not an absolute expert on it, so it has been a bit of a learning curve for me, but I think next time we'll get all the tier 4 stuff. So we'll leave this one here, and next time we'll definitely get this all finished off. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.